Hi there, it's Grant here. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recap Teeka Tiwari's latest email, all about the latest SEC ruling against crypto and how we're getting ever closer to a Bitcoin spot ETF, which will fundamentally change the crypto market for the better, and billions of dollars will flow into the market. I'm also going to sort of do a recap of where we are with the crypto market, just going to have a look at the prices. So, you know, if you're excited for today's video, why not like it, and why not subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. Before I begin, just got a little announcement. I've actually launched my blog called The Investment of the Decade. If you want to check it out, it's at www.investmentofthedecade.com. It's just recently uploaded. This is where I put, you know, sort of latest crypto news, data and education posts. Got a couple of posts up here at the moment, so if you want to check it out, you can do. But I've also launched my Crypto Insider newsletter, which comes out every Monday, where I do recap of the crypto market, give you the latest prices, share any news, and also you'll be notified when any new posts come out, which we release posts every week. So if you want to check out the website or even join the Crypto Insider newsletter, so you can be kept up to date with all of the news of what's happening in the crypto market and get notified when we release blog posts, I'll link to the website down in the description, but it's www.investmentofthedecade.com. So check it out if you want to. Okay, so what has been happening in crypto space now? The other day, the Bitcoin and Ethereum soared about 5 to 6%, and this is because the SEC lost another battle, and I'm just going to recap it here. So yeah, this is what basically is. This is really one of the keys for money flowing into the crypto market in the near future. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are both up 5% beginning of a week, and this is due to a court ruling handed down on Tuesday, according to Teeka. And he says, we've never been closer to a spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund ETF. The floodgates are about to open, sending crypto asset prices soaring high. So before we go any further, what is the big deal about a Bitcoin spot traded ETF fund? Well, basically, if one of these funds gets approved, it's going to give the huge banks, Blackrock, Fidelity and others, and their institutional investors, basically huge exposure to Bitcoin, and billions, if not tens of hundreds, maybe even trillions of dollars will flow into Bitcoin and the crypto markets in general, because the money will feed down into other coins as well. So what will happen to the prices of crypto? They are going to soar, and this could be the event that triggers the crypto bull run. But anyway, let's get on with what Teeka has to say. So basically, the SEC lost the courtroom battle. So the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the largest Bitcoin trust with 72.4 billion under management, due to its structure, the share price adjustment can differ from the underlying asset. So basically, it's a long story short, it's applied to change its current fund to a Bitcoin spot ETF. And basically, the SEC tried to block it, but that has been turned down. Now, the war isn't over yet. This doesn't mean that the SEC is going to approve all of the Bitcoin spot ETF applications, but the deadline for the ruling is basically going to be at the end of this week. I mean, Friday. So basically, now the SEC needs to reevaluate the Grayscale application and other ETF filings with a new ruling in mind. Even former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton argued that a spot Bitcoin ETF would be hard to know at this point. That's because the Bitcoin spot market is a similar efficacy to the futures market, and the SEC has already approved a futures Bitcoin ETF. But this isn't the only crypto-focused loss the SEC has recently taken. Obviously lost the ruling against XRP being a security. So the long story short, SEC has its back against the wall, according to Teeka. So basically, as we speak, Wall Street is spending tens of millions of dollars on building the infrastructure that will allow billions of dollars to invest in the space, i.e. the Bitcoin and the crypto space. You can read more about it in last week's Palm Beach Daily. In addition to this, Republicans on the House Financial Services Committee have blasted Gensler and the SEC for their approach to operators in the crypto space, and they say the SEC isn't being transparent how it wants companies in this space to operate. Republican Rep. Warren Davidson of Ohio even called for removal of Gensler for his abuse of power. The political pressure is mounting. Wall Street is against them. It's only a matter of time before Gensler and the SEC cave. This week's ruling is a perfect out for them to take after years of being on the wrong side. Deadlines for 6 spot Bitcoin ETFs are due by the end of this week, including the ones from Blackrock, VanEck, WisdomTree and Invesco. It's likely the SEC will delay these rulings, so they're likely to get approved just yet. The SEC can drag its feet only for so long. What with the grayscale victory tells me is that a spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States is inevitable. It just depends when it is going to happen. So basically, here's a summary of what Teeka said. This sums it up. Bitcoin and digital assets are going to completely remake the face of money, which I agree with, of what is considered to be a true portable asset you can hold through time and without it losing value. It's never existed before in human history, and we have that with Bitcoin. But we're early. People don't understand this. We're so early with crypto and Bitcoin. We're in the first 10 to 12 years of the creation of something that's brand new. Think about the first 10 to 12 years of the first aircraft and even the internet. The internet didn't really start taking off big time really until sort of like the mid 2000s, in maybe even you could argue 2010. Or the first centuries of the first automobile. We're in a very different world where things move much faster. So I want you to certainly celebrate this win. It's a win, but the war is far from over. As in crypto investors know, it's never an easy ride to the top. There's always volatility in the crypto market. Therefore, we need to take rational position sizing so we don't get shaken out before the bull market really gets going. Teeka says, look, even if you don't believe in crypto, just follow the money. That's all you need to know where the asset class is heading. Some biggest asset managers in the world are banging down the door on the SEC to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, including Blackrock, the world's largest with 10 trillion under management. And let me tell you, the SEC versus Blackrock, there is only one winner there, and that is Blackrock. Blackrock pretty much has its hand in running the whole planet. BlackRock is the 10-ton giant, basically in the financial industry. Has it, it can pretty much control US and global policy. It's so powerful. So it's only a matter of time before BlackRock gets its Bitcoin spot ETF approved. And it's not, and it could well happen in the next couple of weeks. It'll probably happen by the end of this year, I think. So there we go. I just wanted to sum that up for you. So again, why, if this Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved for these asset management companies, then billions of dollars is going to flow into these funds and the crypto market as a whole. And I think that could be the catalyst for Bitcoin going mainstream, maybe the catalyst for the crypto bull run. So why, if you're new to crypto and you don't really understand crypto, why is Bitcoin such a big deal? Well, Bitcoin was basically created to be its own self-custodian bank. Basically, Bitcoin is a bank that sits in cyberspace, and the beautiful thing of it, about the Bitcoin network, is that it's decentralized, meaning that no one owns the Bitcoin network, no one distributes the Bitcoin, it's deflationary, no one prints it, there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin in circulation. Once you have Bitcoin, you're your own bank, you self-custody it, and you can send it to who you want. The governments can't get it. No one can ever destroy the Bitcoin network. It's probably the most secure network in the world. There isn't enough computing power in the world to bring the Bitcoin network down. And bear this in mind. A lot of people think it's a good idea to store their money in the bank and build their wealth by investing in dollars or holding their money in the bank. Well, let me tell you, the value of a dollar is losing about 7 to 10% a year. So if you've got $1 million in the bank, you're losing 70% of your wealth every year. And the dollar is the strongest currency in the world. So if you've got your money in different currencies, you're losing more than that. Bitcoin is basically going to be, is probably going to be, if not going to be, one of the most valuable currencies in the world. I think it is the most valuable currency in the world. In fact, it's going to be one of the most valuable assets out there, more so than gold. So what I'm trying to say here is, and this isn't financial advice, I'm just basically reiterating what I think Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is going to be one of the greatest stores of value that anyone can have. So basically, if you've got cash and you don't need it and you just got it sat in the bank, basically you're losing money. But if you're going to put it in Bitcoin, then you're going to grow your wealth over time. Yes, there's still going to be volatility with Bitcoin. It's just part of a draw, but Bitcoin is only going to go up, especially with these spot Bitcoin ETFs that are going to be approved either imminently or in the next couple of months. Bitcoin is so powerful. You know, it can protect your money from the governments and basically corrupts politicians and companies and banks. Once you hold Bitcoin, no one can take it. And it is probably the ultimate wealth builder out there, apart from running your own business. So that is why Bitcoin's a big deal. And this is why crypto in general is a big deal, because, yeah, such a powerful digital asset and everything's being digitized. So, yeah, raffling on a bit there. But that is why Bitcoin is so powerful. And this is why these Bitcoin ETFs are so powerful, because once they get approved, billions of dollars are going to flow into the market. And the price of Bitcoin could potentially double, maybe even treble in a very short period of time. So there we go. So I'm just going to have a quick look of what's happening in the crypto markets. So basically, when the news dropped of the SEC losing its ruling against Grayscale, Bitcoin jumped over 5% in pretty much an evening. It shot up. So you can only imagine what's going to happen when all of these spot Bitcoin ETFs get approved. It's going to be, the news alone is going to, you know, Bitcoin could go up 50% on that news. And when the billions of dollars flow in, Bitcoin could double or treble. And I think Ethereum is going to go along for the ride, and many other cryptos as well. So where are we at the moment? So Bitcoin's still down from where we were in the summer, trading at 27,295. Up 2.92% over the past 7 days. Ethereum sat at just over $1,700, up 2.37%. So yeah, that is where we are with the crypto market. I think a lot's going to be happening in the coming weeks and months with the crypto market. And I think all eyes need to be on the SEC and these spot Bitcoin ETF applications and whether they get approved either by the end of this week or later on in the autumn, or later this year maybe. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. So if you like the video, why not like and why not subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. Also, just finish by saying, you want to check out my new blog, go to the investment, or just go to www.investmentofadecade.com. I'll link to it down below in the description. Check out the articles, and you can also subscribe to my weekly Crypto Insider newsletter. Also, if you want to prepare for the next crypto bull run, and if you want to protect yourself against the digital dollar that could be coming at some point, then I can highly recommend joining Teeka Tiwari's Palm Beach letter, where you get here access to all of his investment reports, all his crypto reports and his crypto master course, which teaches you everything you need to know about crypto, how to buy, sell, and store it, and stake it, and much more. If you want to join, it's just $49, which is a saving of 75% over the normal price. So what I'll do is I'll link to this down in the description and the first comments below. Definitely worth joining Teeka's Prime Newsletter. I've been a member for 18 months and I love it. Anyway, that's what I've got for you. Hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll speak to you soon.